talk about hiring some vendors to get you moved. Well, the first one that most people are talking to is a moving company. And moving companies offer all different kinds of deals. They also, there's a difference between moving across the city, moving across the state, and moving across the country. Moving companies are federally regulated by certain laws, and so you need to know what that is, and they will be able to tell you when they come give a quote. And there's a whole bunch of vendors that you may want to talk to. We've already talked about estate sales and consignment dealers, but here it comes. Here's the shameless plug. What about relocation managers? So if you're working with a company like Betty Brigade, we can make things go much simpler and smoother because we already have relationships with all the people that you might need. And if you're working with us, we don't get a commission for any of those vendors that you're working with that we refer. We don't get a kickback or a referral fee. That's just part of our business model. So that would be something that if you're working with somebody other than Betty Brigade, you want to ask. Know that up front. There are lots of other vendors that you're going to want to talk to, cleaners, painters, handymen, and that's important. So cleaning is a big part of getting your home ready for sale, and I would suggest you talk to a cleaning company that can do a deep clean. That means your refrigerator, your stove, the cupboards, the drawers, wiping everything out, decobwebbing the areas that like the garage and the basement, and those areas that don't get cleaned really well all the time. There are companies that do these deep cleans, and it's worth the investment. So if you want to do it yourself, you can, but it really does take a lot of extra time. The other thing I want to mention is handymen. So most houses need a lot of little things done to get them ready for sale. And I want to talk about things that are physically attached to your house. What I mean by that is bookshelves, light fixtures, things like that. You'll want to have those things removed and replaced, especially light fixtures. So if you bought a really beautiful light fixture and you want to take it with you, you have to buy a new light fixture and have that replaced before you start showing your house, because people will think that that light fixture comes with the new house. So you'll want to change that out and talk to your real estate agent about that, because they will make suggestions for you. The other thing I want to mention is landscaping. So a lot of people say, oh, well, you know, I don't need to worry about the landscaping. Well, guess what? When you pull up to a home, if it does not have curb appeal, if it's messy on the outside, if the trees haven't been trimmed, if the yard looks like a mess, guess what? People will think that the inside of your house is the same as the outside of your house. And so it really is worth a few $100s to get the outside of your house cleaned up if you haven't done that already. So just a few suggestions on vendors. There's much more detail in the chapter on vendors, and we can talk more about that if you want to contact us. Thanks so much.